and welcome back to a new episode here in the Little Painters. I'm your host Qamar Khaja, and in these episodes we always do some nice inventions and creative ideas of recycling and some creative ways on how to draw at home. Of course, our episodes includes everyone from all different ages, and I'm not going to talk about our episode of today or the project of today. We're going to have a short break and come back. Okay kids, now that we're back, let's start mentioning what are we gonna do. So I've noticed that I've been doing lots of creative projects, but I haven't been teaching you guys some nice techniques that can give you a nice way or a guide for you guys to actually start drawing at home in a way that is creative and realistic. So a nice thing that we can learn is perspective. And the things that we can do are having big stuff and small things and how we can make this creative and realistic. So this is fun and exciting. We're gonna do this with letters, all right? We're not gonna be doing some difficult drawings, maybe next time, but today we're gonna do it with some letters. So because our project or our program is called the Little Painters, I've been thinking of doing that and having some different perspective on each and every letter. So to do that, we'll start by having a ruler and a nice sizable art piece of work or a paper. What do you want to do? It depends on what you have. I'm going to do this with this simple basic paper and then some Sharpies. I just need the black one real fast. I think this is the good Sharpie. We'll see. And then you need to draw the letters that you want. Maybe you want to do your name or whatever you want. I'll start by doing maybe the little painters, something like that. But something that you need to have in mind is the corners of your letters needs to be sharp. So go ahead and be creative with the letters, but make the corners of each letter close to as sharp as possible, because you don't want it to be very curvy. This way it's going to be hard to have this perspective that I'm talking about. Okay, so I'm going to start with the pencil, all right, because I don't want to mess it up, and I usually do. So this time I have my pencil with me. So I don't think it's going to be clear for you guys, okay, but I'm just gonna do an outline real fast and time lapse it and come back to show you how I'm gonna actually write the letters. So we're just gonna do that real fast. Okay, I'm done with the sketch. I'm just gonna outline everything with the marker. So I goofed around with the letters. They're not as precise, or they're not very precise. You can go ahead and goof around with them and just do whatever you want. But the most important part is to have the corners sharp. As you can see, everything is sharp. And this will actually help with the whole idea of the perspective that I'm going to show you in a bit. But again, I'm just going to do this outline real fast and come back, and we'll continue with the next step. Okay, now that we're back, let's continue with the other steps. So you need to decide to have a point or a dot in your paper. So let's say if you want to have it over here. So if your point is over here, every single line on each corner will go back to this point over here. So whether it's all of the letters on this point or each letter in a different point. We'll decide as we go, but it's gonna have a very cool effects and it's gonna be 3D like. So, but I think for mine, maybe I'll have each and every letter on a different point, all right? So I'll start with the, and I'll show you what I mean. So I'm just going to go ahead and have my point over here, all right? And then take your ruler and then just go ahead and line the corners back to this point over here. So this one is very close, this corner is really close, so even if I do have a line, it's gonna end up looking very exactly the same. So you don't need to do lines if they're very close to each other. But for example, this one right here, you can see how everything goes like that. And then again with the rest of the corners like that. And again. And this one is not gonna show because it's way back, so it's underneath the T letter, so I'm not gonna do it. I'm gonna do this one. And then as you can see, it goes back under the letter, so I don't need to draw the rest. This will show, and then the rest is gonna be on the back. So this is how you will have a 3D looking letter. So I'm just going to do it with all of the words and come back and you will see the end result. So this will be time-lapsed and we'll get back to you. Okay kids, now that we're done with all of the lines, I know it's kind of blurry and maybe there's a lot of lines, but now that we're done with everything, we're gonna start painting or coloring each and every letter, and then you'll see the difference and everything will be close to realistic as possible and very 3D like. So we'll start right now, and I'm gonna go ahead and color every letter, and I'll get back to you after I'm done. Okay kids, and now you can see everything is all aligned, and maybe it's more clear right now because each and every letter is in a different color. I did some mistakes because I went ahead and did the lines all the way through, and I forgot that each letter is going to be on top of the other. So these two are a little bit wonky, but still they look fine. And I'm just gonna add some more details, but not right now. We're gonna have a short break and watch our special report and come back.
Noura, you're doing such a great work. What is your project about?
It's about I'm doing a bag
Or
I'm gonna do a hat.
So you'll decide later?
Yeah.
Okay. So I saw that there are 2 hooks or maybe more.
Yeah.
What's the difference between them?
This one is a big one, this is a small one.
What are they used for?
We can use it for dolls, for small dolls, and lots more stuff to do with it.
Like you mean small yarns?
Yeah.
Okay. And the big ones?
The big ones we can like make a hat, a bag, and
Something that needs like big stitches.
yeah.
That's very nice. Okay, so is it like this is if it's like the last day, are you going to subscribe again with Ms. Ghadir?
Yeah, I will.
What you will be doing?
A bag, maybe a doll, or a hat.
The doll is advanced, right?
Yeah.
I hope to see you like a doll maker.
Okay, now that we're back, we can go ahead and do a little bit of shading to have it even more realistic. So I'm not gonna do it with every letter, but I'll just show you guys what I mean. So let's assume for this one is yellow, so if I wanna add some shade, the closest thing I have over here is orange, right? So if I go ahead and start coloring just on the point where it starts and then start fading it like that. It's just to give it a look of fading, and then maybe going back again with my yellow. See, I don't know how these markers work. Then maybe adding a darker color on the tip, and then see how it's giving it even more dimension and a more realistic look. So you can do that with your letters if you want, and it will have a nice effect. So maybe I'll do a little bit of the letters and then come back. So hold on just a minute, I'll time lapse everything. All right, so again, I'm not going very extreme with my letters. I can do some more details, but it's fine, and I'm just showing you the whole idea of these different details or ways to do nice dimensional letters. So stay tuned for more fun ideas here in the Little Painters for creative ways to recycle and of course to draw. I'll see you until next time here in the Little